Von Optimum here with Regal Bread Studio, and we're going to be looking at my game Monsters of Moldred. This is a game that that will be coming up in Steam Next Fest in February of 2025. So that'll be in a few weeks from when this is being recorded. And why I'm making this video so that people can know about the game but also know how to play it. There isn't much of a tutorial at the moment. This is a, you could say, alpha demo or even pre-alpha demo. But anyway, we can go ahead and get into it. So as you'll notice here in this screen, it kind of lets you know this game is not complete. Graphics and more can or will change or be added to. Please note the following. This demo takes place in a single quest given by the Nightly House. The full game would have multiple monster houses to take quests from and another layer of gameplay. Hunters only have 2 appearances right now, male and female, and there's no sound effects really, and only 1 music track. And this was solo developed by me. And the important thing here is that your wish listing. If you do like the game, please wish list it, because it will determine if I continue in making this game and releasing it on Steam. Okay. So this game is pretty much a time and management sim type of game set with a theme of monster hunting. So here I'll go ahead and read this. It says the Vonnegut Hunters, and later on you'll be able to write your own name. Enter this land on a mission provided by the Nightly House. The Nightly House is one of currently 3 planned monster houses. If you go to the Steam store page, it'll tell you more of the backdrop or story of the game. But the Nightly House has given you this quest, and it's simple to prepare for the revealing of the swamp's plague, and this is, you could say, a boss monster. According to the Nightlies, this horror is to arrive 10 days from now. Vonnegut Hunters best be earning gold from bounties placed on other monsters, while also gaining fame among the locals to allow for purchasing better supplies and more. And here's some good advice, pretty much the only tutorial you get in the demo. Every day that passes, the monster you seek grows stronger, so it's better if you can confront the monster sooner. Defeating the monster's main food supply, a crud critter, a rancid toad, these are types of monsters you'll be finding. It will raise its ire, making the monster appear sooner. So like I mentioned, it could be beneficial if you're like ready for the monster pretty much, which this bar up here will tell you how you stack up against the monster. Right now it's in the red, so it's not a good chance. But if you're in the green, you may want to go ahead and try to get the monster out as quick as possible so you can capitalize on that. Because as another day passes, this is going to dip down because the monster grows stronger. And when going into battle, use your hunter's willpower wisely. We'll get into that more later, but it's basically like points you can save up and then spend to get an edge in battle. And last and maybe most important, fight monsters when they're at their weakest, considering the time of day, which will be up here, and your hunter's essences. So, this is the map. These are different areas that you can travel to. Each area takes time to travel to. You'll notice in the, like up here, left click to travel here. It'll tell you the arrival time and also in total the travel time. So this is important because, again, this is primarily a time and resource management game. So you want to make your time count. And essentially how it counts is you want to make your hunters stronger so that they can defeat the main monster, the swamp's plague here. Okay, and if we look up here just briefly, you'll see that it kind of gives you an overall idea. You have no chance of victory. Here it'll also list the strengths and weaknesses that you currently know or don't know of this swamp's plague. And again, we'll get into it later, but you want to try to have everything in your advantage. So you want to capitalize on the monster's weaknesses and avoid anything that makes it stronger. Okay, now each of these areas have pretty much some different functionality to them. So here it says an old hospital to restore your vitality. So if your vitals are kind of low, you would want to visit here, and it takes money. And I won't go over everything in here, but you'll see there's a detailed description to the left of the screen, or depends on where you're hovering. But please read that, as it's important in telling you what it's useful for this location. You'll need to be managing your health, which is this. Also pain. The more pain that you receive has some adverse effects during battle. One is that they can sustain injuries more easily, and injuries are like permanent. If we click here, like debuffs, essentially, it'll appear on the body. And these are usually negative. They negatively influence the stats here. While I'm here too, you'll have items that you can equip and you can buy from stores. Like right now, she has denim shirt and denim pants. It'll tell you, how much stats are increased by wearing this. Like this is Fortitude plus 13. And if you hover over these stats, it'll also give you a breakdown of what's influencing them, either increasing or decreasing the stat. So let's go ahead and get into a battle. We have a monster here, the Giant Leech. It's strengthened at night. It's currently night, but when are we going to arrive here? That's important. So arrival time is still kind of in the morning. It's weakened during the day. So you want to kind of time when they're weak. When you arrive, you want them to be weak, if possible. Now this guy is still weakened during the day. This one's weakened at night, but we're not going to arrive in time. We'll get there like morning. You also see it gives you the little icon, like this will change to like a morning icon, and you can see the top middle part. It's like dawn or morning. Okay. So we may just go ahead and go here. You can speed up time pressing the 1, 2, or 3 keys, or you can do it up here as well. Okay, let's go ahead and see what this is. Alright, so you'll notice the two characters here, the monster. This little part here is important. So it says Robert Sutters thinks he will lose 18 to 55 vitality and gain 12 to 24 pain. So this is definitely, it's not going to be less than 18 you're going to lose, and it won't be more than 55. Same with the pain here. So when you go into battle, you kind of know what the outcome is going to be. Now, we talked about willpower, and this is how you control it over here. Right? He's using, it takes 1 will to enter into battle. If I increase it, you'll notice this now changed. It's more in my favor. 721. But what's interesting too, notice, like Vivian, it's not influencing her much, but if I increase this to 3, she actually will gain or lose more vitality. Why this is the case is that it's not just, oh, I'll use more willpower and oh, look at that, it even went up to 100, and therefore it will just increase or make these stats more in your favor. It's actually each time simulating the battle ahead of time. This is behind the scenes, but it just shows like the flow of events will change, so it is possible that the more will you use, it could be adversely affecting someone. So you want to make sure and get the right combination, or at least to your liking. So we'll go ahead and maybe do this. Then you hunt. And then this is the auto battle part. Okay, so we won. And after defeating, you can either get gold or you can get fame. So we'll go ahead and get fame, actually. Having defeated the giant leech, the gains and losses of the battle reveal themselves. And then this just summarizes what happened. You'll also see it influenced here too. Something good to note is that it says Robert also obtained a giant leech remain. So down here, this is your carriage space. After defeating a monster, you will get remains of the monster. And these can be sold at a castle location. They can also be used to create traps, which we can get into later. This also will tell you that their willpower increased by 2 and their experience by 15. Now you'll notice this glowing up here. This is where you can spend the fame that I just earned. But at this time, I can't actually afford to unlock anything. But with fame, you can choose to unlock stuff like carriage space, which you can carry more stuff and then therefore sell more things, again making your time count. You can also increase your horsepower, which again makes your time count because it reduces time of traveling. And then to market items, this is important to make your hunters more powerful. Because as it unlocks different tiers, higher tiers, that will be sold in markets. Also, if you look in the top right here, you'll see darkness modifiers. Some events, if they pass and you don't do anything about it, it will increase darkness, and this will essentially increase the strength of all monsters in the game, including the end boss. And then later, if it gets so high, ambushes could be possible. So if you're traveling like in the middle of a road or something, you could randomly get attacked by a monster, and it goes into the battle phase. And you're forced, every hunter, to engage in battle there. You also have the monster's ire. This is the main monster up here. If it gets to 100, then the monster will appear. Now, it also controls, like at certain levels, I think like 30, 60 or so, it unlocks, right now it says like trivial monsters are active, but it'll continue to get harder by unlocking more stronger monsters, and they'll start appearing in the land. But the benefit is, you want to keep scaling your hunters to match those challenges or monsters, because they give more money, like with the remains you can sell from them, and you gain more experience. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to a castle. So here you can see I can sell the giant leech remains for 100 gold. I removed it. Gave me 100. Okay, and then over here, these are some of the vents. Like this here, the exclamation mark. It's just a normal peril. If this peril is not taken care of before the time runs out, darkness will increase. If we hover over it, it tells when it expires. And it also tells the reward. It will prevent darkness increase of 5. So if you don't get this completed, the darkness will increase by 5. Also, this is somewhat, I would say important, the Trail of the Swamp's Plague. So again, before it expires, if you get here, we'll go here next, but it will tell you, it'll essentially unlock like the strengths and weaknesses for the Swamp's Plague. Now these strengths and weaknesses they will be active even if you don't know of them, but it helps to uncover them, to know them ahead of time, so you can be prepared. Okay, we can also quickly go back, but if you click here, it'll take you to your carriage location. Okay, and then we'll also, we can hunt, essentially, well, let's go to this place since we're near it. This is a tavern. So here you can buy food, but currently I have enough energy. I think if the energy falls below 50%, then you're able to eat. At a tavern, you're also able to fight monsters, but it will remove all of your items when you do fight. Not permanently, just for the battle. It's a cage fight, essentially. And you gain fame, which I can go ahead and try, fight monsters. So here we can take some damage or possibly none. We'll go ahead and fight it as is. And again, you'll notice like the backdrop is showing the like woods. This is the case in all the locations. In the final game, it would be, you know, changed depending on the location you're in. So if in a tavern, it would be kind of like a cage or in the tavern. Okay. So here we go. The Vonnegut Hunter's fame has increased by 10. So that's a hefty amount. That's good. So here we can choose. I think I'll go ahead and get another carriage space. So you'll notice it added another one. So now I can make use. I have 2 hunters. So every battle I go in, each one collects one if I have enough storage space. I have 7, 1 short of that. We can eat now. We used energy. So you'll notice here like onion soup, garlic toast, radish pie. These give essences. To the right you'll see radish essence plus 10, basil essence plus 14. So certain monsters have strengths and weaknesses, including the main one here. If you eat this, it remains in your stomach. Hold on just a second. Let's see. What is he? He's weakened in the morning. We arrive at day. Okay, but let's see. Ginger essence. So let's get ginger for her. Robert is still too full. If we look at Vivian, we see her ginger essence is increased. So now she'll be more effective against monsters that are weak to ginger. And it would be the adverse effect if they were strengthened by ginger. Let's go ahead and move here. Okay, that's a good bit of damage taken. Now I could use my willpower, but I don't really want to rely on it so much. The other thing that's important that I forgot to mention, I should have said this earlier, is that we want to definitely go to a market pretty early on. There's 2 markets kind of out of the way, but let's go ahead and go there. So this is important because you'll notice neither of them, this is kind of random at the beginning. You may get some weapons, you may get some clothing to help, but you really need to buy something for your hunters as soon as possible, preferably some kind of weapon. agility, anything for damage. Power. We'll go ahead and, for Vivian, get a rope. We're already out of gold. Let's go ahead and go. Another thing we can do is in wilderness areas we can enter in. And we can venture forth into the wilderness. Oh. I might use some willpower here. You can basically, if you keep venturing into the wilderness, you get more and more experience, and the gain of experience is multiplied depending on the level you go. Let's see if we can influence. We'll go ahead and use this. Because when you do fight, you do get back some experience, or some willpower. Now their pain is getting kind of high. See that he got critted there too. Okay, and also the ire grew because I defeated one of the food supply for the main monster, Swamp's Plague. Also, you do not get remains in this part. Let's go ahead and just retreat. So now we need like a hospital. Again, I'm not giving so much consideration to where I'm going at the moment, because I'm just trying to show the game. But you would want to make your time count, so hopefully you can stop, like have a main destination, and then on the way find things that you could stop at that you need. So I do need money. Let's see, ginger. Weekend at night. Let's go here and then just pass the time. You can press play, or you can also press the space bar. When it turns night, okay, now it's night. You'll see this got green. This kind of indicates too, like the difficulty compared, like with your current, how your hunters will handle the monster. So this thorny bushwhacker would be easier. Yeah, see. I don't really have to do anything here, so I'll just hunt it. He's still getting critted because his pain is up high. Okay, so we need the money. We'll get that. Alright, also we see that we leveled up Robert. Now you have 3 points you can allocate to any of the stats. For simplicity's sake, I'll just simply increase his power. Also Vivian. For her, maybe Wrangle. Wrangle is nice because it takes the energy from essentially the monster. Every hit you make on it. And why that's good is that if they don't have enough energy for an attack, then they're not going to do the attack. So if you keep them with low energy, they're not going to get off as many attacks. That's the same for you too. You need to watch this, which he's kind of low. I need to do something about that. Okay, now we got 2 carrot spaces full of thorny bushwhacker remains. We'll go here. So notice, right before I got there, a monster appeared. Because of tension in this location, normal services are not available. The monsters in this location must be gotten rid of before normalcy is restored. If I want to use this, I have to get rid of this monster, which also he's maxed in pain. So it says they are also in too great of pain, limiting their willpower. I can't even use willpower. Now, if you right-click this, that reduces willpower. If it's no willpower, that removes them from the battle. They won't go into battle. Let's see what she can do on her own. How much health? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get gold. And you'll notice here they also obtained the thresher remains, but that they didn't have space to hold. So you're kind of losing out, you could say, if you don't have enough storage space. We'll enter here now. Sell. We'll go back to the market. We'll try this one. Well, another day passes, the swamp supply grows stronger. Notice this here just jumped down because I haven't really been doing much to make my hunters powerful, or not good enough. So it's now even worse chance, you could say. Okay, finally some sort of weapon. Power 13, crushing 10, wrangle 15. Let's give this to Robert. Get some gloves. We can give Vivian 2 rope. So it is possible. I'll just talk about this a little bit. You'll notice here, yeah, you can click on the arrows here to see more. You have 2 hands that you can use 2 weapons. Here's also the stomach. You'll notice that here I have ginger ale, and the more food you get, it'll keep pushing it out until first in, first out, I guess, essentially. So keep that in mind. You do. She sustained a head injury. Now, I didn't look in the posts of a battle. It'll tell you this, but this is kind of bad. An injury to the head. -6 accuracy, max energy -2, max pain -3. You'll see this influence here. Another important thing, if you see behavior defensive, if you find a monster that is also behavior defensive, this one's behavior is reclusive. This one. So we did just fight this, a thresher. If a hunter fights a monster with the same behavior, they gain a talent point. So talent, she's already got 2 here. If you get enough talent, this costs 5, each of these, you can unlock these for the character. So like Carver, you get an extra 10% of the selling price for monster remains. Gather, you gain an extra monster remain upon defeating a monster. Intimidation. Opponents' attacks do half damage when their vitality percentage is less than yours. So when a monster is attacking you, they do half the damage if their HP is lower than this hunter's HP, which is pretty useful. You'd want to keep their HP up high if you have this. Self 10, reduce pain over time outside of battle. That's useful, so as we move around and time goes by, pain doesn't really go down, but if you have this trait or ability, it will actually go down. So where are we at? Yeah, here. Okay, we already bought what we needed. So now we do need to rest, and we need to get rid of this pain. So where is a hospital? When does this expire? Day 3. Let's try to get to this so I can show that. Hospital. Let's go to this hospital. Okay, peril was not prevented. As a result, darkness has increased by 4. We see it there. Okay, a monster just appeared. Can Vivian take this by herself? Excuse me. I'll go ahead. We'll get fame. Let's see. I'll take another horse. course. We'll get there faster. Oh wait, I wanted, that's right, to be here. So do you wish to have a party member's vitals or pain improved for 100 gold? So yeah, we'll get... Okay. Let's check the tavern here. Actually, we need now an inn. Where's an inn? Well, we can... Let's go here first. So just clicking on it essentially progresses the revealing of the weakness and strengths of the Swamp's Plague. This is the very first one, so it says it's left a trail which starts here. Keep following it to uncover everything. And if we click here, that's the next one. This says find what time of day strengthens Swamp's Plague by coming here. So again, things that can give you an edge as you fight the main monster. Let's go to this inn. I can't rent a room. I need more gold. Okay, let's do this. So probably she had that ginger essence, which helps. Gold. I can't even use her willpower now. Okay, so when we rested, that reduced our pain. So that was very useful. And then also, we now need energy, and that's from food. So again, I'm just taking you over, showing you what the locations do. You want to try to be more efficient as you go about. I just dipped again. Okay. So... let's see, there's probably... Oh yeah, we'll go ahead. We don't have enough gold right now. But if we go up back to the Vonnegut Hunter Society, you'll notice it says a place to hire and dismiss hunters. So this is where you can hire more hunters. You can have up to a party of 4. And as mentioned already, there's basically just 2 appearances for characters at the moment. But in the final game, these would be randomly generated. You can check all their stats. They're all different for each one, even down to the behavior and these down here. So make sure you look over who you think would be the best or better addition to your team. And there is actually benefit or reason to dismiss a hunter. One, because of these injuries. Notice she's now already incurred 3 injuries, which are potentially heavily negating a lot of her worth or value against the final monster, or any monster. And for him, he's also got 2. Now, in the final game, like in the overworld part that I talked about, the larger game, you would be able to remove these injuries from one of the monster houses. You could pay to have them removed. So there is benefit in keeping a character if you've already invested a lot, but during this quest, or whatever quest you're on, you'd have to make do with these negative injuries until you return to the overworld. Okay, so I'm trying to think, was there anything else? That's pretty much the more important aspects of the game. so I don't want to ruin or spoil the end monster for you. I hope you enjoy playing it. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them on the game's discussion board on Steam, or you can join our Discord at the beginning. We'll go ahead and exit out here. So here at the beginning, you notice there's quite a few links. So to the main Regal Bread website, to our Discord, our Twitter or X, our YouTube channel, and also Vaughn Plays YouTube channel, where you can see other games that I've played, and where this video will be posted to. So thank you for having a look at Monsters of Moldred. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I look forward to everybody's feedback, and definitely would appreciate any wish lists if you think you'd enjoy playing the game. So have a good day, take care, thanks for your time.